All right, everybody, welcome back to another episode of Just My Thoughts. So today, I want to talk about the cancel culture controversy. So, of course, I'm sure most of you have heard the outrage over the Mr. Potato Head and the Dr. Seuss cancellations. And there's several others. So they're taking the Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head off, that title, Mr. and Mrs., and it's just Potato Head. Oh, they're canceling Mr. Potato Head. Dr. Seuss. There are several Dr. Seuss books, and it was the decision made by the Dr. Seuss Enterprise, the organization itself, that they were going to stop publishing 6 Dr. Seuss books because they had kind of racially controversial images of Asians and Black people. Oh, they're canceling Dr. Seuss. They're not canceling Dr. Seuss. The organization itself decided to stop publishing these books because of that racial controversy. There was a country singer, what was his name? Morgan Wallen, made a racial slur. And so some radio stations and platforms decided to stop playing his music. Oh, they're canceling him. But his sales continue to go up. Gina Carano, I don't watch Star Wars or any of the movies or any of the shows, but The Mandalorian is a very popular show on, I think, Disney Plus. She made an anti-Semitic statement saying that the treatment of conservatives equates to how the Jews were treated in the Holocaust. A very hyperbolic statement for her to make. Well, Disney didn't like it, and so they fired her. They canceled Gina. All of these people now that are whining and complaining about cancel culture. CPAC, the Conservative Political Action Conference or whatever it is, their theme, they just held their conference like a week or two ago. Their theme was America Uncanceled. They're jumping on the cancel culture bandwagon. America uncanceled. We're getting carried away with canceling people and canceling things. They canceled a speaker because that speaker said something anti-Semitic. So you are promoting, that we're going to uncancel America and we're going to allow people to say what they want to say. Our boy Donald Trump, we love him because he says what's on his mind. We're going to uncancel America. But you canceled a speaker because they said something that was controversial. 2016, these same individuals canceled Colin Kaepernick. He took a knee instead of standing for the Pledge of Allegiance. Fire the SOB. Anyone else that decides to take a knee and not stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, fire them. That was cancellation, but you guys were okay with that. You tried to cancel the NFL. You tried to cancel the NBA and all the other sports leagues because they were supporting Black Lives Matter. I'm not watching football anymore because they're okay with people taking a knee during the national anthem. I'm not watching basketball anymore because they have a Black Lives Matter banner. You didn't have any problem with cancellation then. For me, and others agree, I just read an article talking about the exact same thing, there is no cancel culture. It's people being held accountable for their actions and their words. You are free to do and say whatever you want. That's your freedom of speech. But you have to be willing to accept the consequences of those words. And these people aren't canceled. Like I said, this country singer, Morgan Wallen, his record sales climbed after this controversy. Because there were people that said, we like that. We support that. They're trying to cancel you and hold you accountable for the things that you said. Well, we're going to go out and we're going to buy more of your albums. Gina, she wasn't canceled. Disney let her go. Like, we don't want any part of that. Ben Shapiro, I like where you stand. I got your back. They're not going to cancel you. So the cancel culture doesn't exist, because what happens is if someone still supports you, there is no cancellation. The level of support determines the cancellation. If more people support this product, this person, this show, it continues. But you can't complain about cancellation and cancel culture if you're not supporting the thing that you're complaining about. Think about a TV show. A network airs a TV show. If people are watching that TV show, in most cases, the network is not going to get rid of it. But if support for that TV show, the viewership goes down, then eventually the network is going to cancel the show. If a person says something that's controversial, they might get canceled. As a black man, racial issues are important to me. So if I like an actor or an actress, a TV show or whatever, and I see things that are just ridiculously racist, I may decide to stop supporting that actor or actress or that TV show, because racial things are important to me. They may not be important to you. And you can decide to continue to give support to those people and those shows. When Instagram models and TikTok, I wouldn't call them artists, people who make TikTok videos, YouTubers, when their viewership, their endorsements go away because they said something controversial or racist, there's nothing wrong with being controversial. I have debates constantly that are controversial, dealing with, politics. I love politics. So controversy is not the issue. It's when you're saying and doing things that are just hateful, racist, bigoted, xenophobic, homophobic, all these things, anti-Semitic, all these different things that are the whole purpose is hate. When you do those things and say those things, stand by for the consequences. You're free to believe whatever you want to believe. But if there's a group of people who are affected by those words and those actions, and they decide, hey, we don't think that you should be getting, these endorsements. You should be able to make money off of your hatred, and they rally support. That's the cost of doing business. If TikTok decides to, drop someone from their platform, or Twitter decides to, delete someone's account, that's about business. If a publishing company decides to, we're not going to publish this particular politician's book, that's the cost of doing business. They're free to do that. Being held accountable for the things that you say and the things that you do, that's not a cancel culture. As a kid, you weren't free to just say and do whatever you wanted to say and do without repercussion. It wouldn't work at school. It wouldn't work at home. And as an adult, it wouldn't work in the workplace. You just can't go around and walk up to a black person in your job and say, "What's up, N-word?" and not expect to be held accountable for that. You can't just walk up to a woman and not expect to be held accountable for that. Being held accountable for the things that you say and you do, that's to be expected. The people that still support these individuals and these organizations, you're free to do that. Like I said, racial things are important to me. So I may stop supporting a certain company, a certain person, because they said something that was racist. It may not be important to you. So you're free to continue to support them. People were burning their Nikes. Oh, Nike endorsed Colin Kaepernick. I'm never going to wear Nikes again. Burning their Nikes. Burning their jerseys. The flag, standing up for the flag, is important to me. Anybody that disrespects the flag, I cancel you. I happen to like Nike. I have no problem with them endorsing Colin Kaepernick. So I continue to support them. That's the freedom that we all have. If a number of people decide to stop buying a product, the product goes away. If a number of people decide to stop watching a show, the show goes away. If a number of people decide to stop listening to a certain artist, the artist goes away. That's business. All of these companies, all of these platforms are in it for business. You're free to like who you want to like, support who you want to like, and decide where your morality falls on that. That's another video that I did. Your moral compass. Determining the things that you support and you stop supporting. Mr. Potato Head, or Potato Head as they're going to be calling it now, the product is still available, but the company made a business decision to make it gender neutral for whatever reason. Dr. Seuss, they made a business decision. We're going to keep producing the books. But these controversial books, we're going to stop producing them. You don't care about racism? You don't care about xenophobia or bigotry or anything like that? That's on you. But you don't get to whine and complain about people canceling or stopping their support of things that you don't find controversial. That's on you. You don't have to find it controversial. That's the freedom that we all have. And that's just my thought. Let me know your thoughts. Do you think that cancel culture is just a matter of people being too sensitive? Where does it end? We're going to cancel everything. Well, it'll end when we stop promoting, stop accepting hatred. As long as those are things that are being promoted, there's going to be resistance towards them. Well, it's been like that for years. Why are we changing it now? Well, because hopefully we're waking up and understanding that we need to be all-inclusive. Your comfort level isn't the only thing that's important. So just because a product, a saying, or whatever, a picture was acceptable 10, 20 years ago, doesn't mean that it's okay. Especially given the history. That's the important thing. We understand the history and the connotations that these pictures, these videos, these words, these phrases, these different things have. It's not out of love that they're being said and promoted. It's hatred. So the cancellation, the being held accountable, will continue until it's understood that hatred is unacceptable. That's all I got. Again, let me know your thoughts. Stay tuned for another video. And remember, like, share, subscribe, all that stuff. And I will see you in the next video. Remember, whatever you do, do it justice.